Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Dead Air, and I have problems. All right, let's see. Gonna just be trying to take it off pause here very quickly to take care of some things. I have another smuggler here, try to figure out where to put them at. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Coruscant. I want to see what kind of money is, even though they normally, if you ever send one there, they normally neutralize them very rapidly. Um,
Shuttle en route.
Gonna send them to orbit first, just to get a view of what's going on. Let's see, that's going to be, yeah, that's headed to join this fleet over here. What have we got going on in my cow right now? Okay, we are really been talking about this for a few episodes now, being short on ground forces. Gonna have to really focus in on this. I'm gonna quit trying to take ground areas here. In fact, let me go ahead. Good, rebel officer. Well, that gives me a U-wing anyway. I do have ground forces being built at separate locations. Let's see. Of course, now I'm going to have artillery, at least for one major group. I can at least build them around this, and I got a second artillery unit being built at Moncal. I'm building, let's see, there's a Pathfinder platoon. I'm needing to get some higher end ground units being built here. We have, we've already got some support platoons. We've got the beginnings of some. Once I pull it together, we'll actually have something. There's no reason really for that group to be there. So let's pull them down now that Dathomir has been taken. Barely. But I really want to get back at Naboo. I did end up going ahead and reading and found out that Ace, whatever his name was, he's just going to at some point appear at Naboo, and I have to send him to Czar, and it's just a storyline mission. And whenever I'm going to do that, I'm going to stop and watch the video to see exactly what it is I have to do to steal the Lambda shuttle. But for right now,
Tactical battle imminent.
at Polis. Okay, well, okay, so I was just passing through there. They must have brought something in. Well, this will be a waste of time, no doubt. Unless I can't see them actually having well, I don't know. I have no idea what they would have there. Probably a ground unit in transit or something. So,
Cruiser standing by.
just speed it up. Sure, there's nothing of any real consequence there.
Squadron reporting. Enemy forces ahead. Standing by.
Cruiser responding.
Oh, here we go. I wouldn't mind going ahead and,
We've got them on the run.
well, I was going to say take that out, but they're going to retreat. But this is, wait, I want to look at this thing real quick. The description: MC-80 Freedom is another ship Ion, the MC-80. I have a feeling it's supposed to be in the MC-80 line. Its main focus lies in broadside combat and is therefore better armored than other MC-80s. Okay. Its weapon loadout is focused on ion cannons, so once the shields of enemy ships are down, it needs support from other ships to take them out. Power to shields. Okay, nothing real special, but apparently an ion specialist. Okay. So I'm probably going to have to give this guy renewed orders to continue moving to his destination. Yeah.
Affirmative.
Also want to get those guys there. Now, this unit here also.
Is being removed.
Okay, once I add this, that'll be my 4th Carillion Corvette. That's really kind of my goal, even though I got another one 78% done. I don't want to wait any further. Well, let's see how this goes at Naboo first before I get ahead of myself trying to move that. This unit here is safe here. I want to take a look. Everything is basically as it should be here, I guess. Got this secured. Really, in the north, the Black Sun, considering I have everything wiped out at Mandalore, uh, he doesn't really have any ability to build ships there. Adamar has ship trader capability, which is that's sort of if you don't know, that's more of the frigate shipyard type ships instead of the capital shipyard. The ship refitter is more the capital ships. But he doesn't, these planets here don't have a lot of capability for the Black Sun as far as building anything goes. Well, there's the tank dealer there, so ground forces. But the Black Sun is really wiped out in the north. Uh, these areas here, the Fondorthife area, at Zeri cluster here, and then of course down here in their main area, and of course they've taken this, so you have this far south area. They're doing well down there, but I don't know. This is a close battle at Naboo. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat them or not. Just going to see. But I'm going to be trying to stay out of. I'm not anxious to get into any ground combat. I'm wanting to build up my ground combat units. I guess I get to find out about these Naboo fighters. I guess are supposed to be pretty good. Got 5 groups of them.
IPV reporting. Location confirmed. Advancing.
But he has 3 sort of larger ships.
Located the enemy.
Oh,
Choose your reinforcements.
Awaiting command.
let's start with anti-fighter.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements
And
en
all
route.
of these have different, well, that's ion cannons anyway, but all of these have weapons that are used against larger ships.
Awaiting your command.
I want to take out as much of his anti-fighter capability as possible, because that's what I mainly have. And his ships, by the way, his larger ships, a Munificent, this Carillion destroyer, or Cuscent class destroyer, all these ships, these things have pretty good anti-fighter capability. And so I'm going to want to strike hard and fast when hitting them.
En route.
I think hopefully those will be enough to take out like the shield generator on that one.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route.
But we're gonna just dogpile this first ship. We're gonna get them one at a time. This one, then the Munificent, trying to knock out these. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and send these.
Reinforcements en
Yeah,
route.
well, like I said, we're gonna dogpile the first one.
Reinforcements en route.
Kreuzer bereit, Sir. T-Wing standing by.
Okay, I know I've sit there, I've come back and I've watched some of my videos, and I can have complaints about myself.
Following you.
I do a bad job. I do
Y-wing
pretty
standing
bad
by.
about.
Your orders?
Nope.
Bombers at the ready.
I do kind of poorly about going ahead and pausing the game,
Bravo leader.
and I'm not really speaking or anything.
Ready for orders.
N1 ready. N1 standing
And
by.
because I'm trying to think, so I end up not talking,
Unterstützung.
and in the process, it's. Wait, does he not have a shield generator? Seriously?
Sie sind in Sichtweite. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, what the hell did I do with my...
Roger that. Y-wing here. Form up.
Squadron reporting. We're here. Where's the trouble? You're
Okay,
ordering
like
Bravo
that.
leader?
Here I am sitting there trying to mess with my keys, I'm trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing, and I'm being incredibly quiet. And it's like, go ahead, come on, get this shit over with. And anyway,
Good job. That's the Führer. Kreuzer bereit, Sir. Sie sind in Sichtweite.
but seriously, there's no... I don't know, I might be better off. I don't know, I'm kind of confused now as to what I should be doing exactly here. Take care of that.
Kreuzer bereit, Sir.
But considering how much I'm just penetrating shields, I have no way of knocking his shields out. Really? Let's just aim at that. Just show it to him. We're not knocking anything out because he has no shield hard point. Why does he not have any shield hard points? And why are those not hitting? Well, at least I know this guy does have a shield hard point. So maybe we're better off hitting him. Let's get the shields first. If I get his shield down. I might have some serious problems here, not doing anything to anything, really. Oh, come on. That shield generator should have been knocked out long ago. Look how many torpedoes get wasted here. Look at all those wasted torpedoes. Oh, God. Because the shield was already gone. Does he have any fighters left? I'm taking that's a no. So all fighters, everything can just go on a single target. Wow. Not taking that munificent out very quickly. Even with the shields down. In all actuality, something I should be doing is targeting laser cannons and so on. But too late on that one. Does this one have? This one has a Shield generator. Okay. That I can't target because of my own fighters. Cock blocking me. My own fighters are completely cock blocking me. It's like I can't target. That is frustrating as hell. Get out of the damn way, you assholes. One thing I want to target, you're just completely covering. Get out of the way! For God's sakes, it's about time. There needs to be some kind of way to take out the hitbox for freaking fighters so that you can actually click on stuff. Either that or don't make hard points a thing. I'm getting into that. So, I mean, that's not good for a video, is it? No, it is not, Brother Barry. That's something I have noticed too, is that if I'm, especially when I'm getting tired and so on, I know I'm being more boring. Gotta work on being a better YouTuber. And actually doing something that people want to hear. And at least I hear it myself. The more tired I get, the more my dialect shifts to toward the redneck. I guess I'm going to be able to get him here. He's not going to be able to hold up against all these fighters. I was more concerned about him taking my fighters out, considering the description of the ship, and I know it does have different anti-fighter. Well, there's anti-fighter laser. See if anybody can go ahead and hit that. There you go. I know I'm sure I took, well, of course I lost the Dreadnought, and I'm sure I've lost some fighters here, but at least taking back control of the space here over Naboo is something that is important for me to do. Something I looked at that really kind of, I think, strange is my economy. The fact that I am making the amount of money per week that I am. And even though, as I've talked about in the other episode, I can't figure out what to do with my building slots. I would normally, with another faction, be building basically buildings for the economy. And I don't have the ability to do that with this faction that I can find. And yet, my economy is doing rather well. Now, I've got a lot of Tibetan gas refineries. Well, I have 3, I guess.
This battle is
Or is there a 4th? I don't know. But that's not a lot.
You've got them on the run.
That's like 1,000 a week in income. I knew I'd lose some other fighters, but that's like 1,000 a week in income. But here I am at 11,000. I mean, and I know, of course, I'm stealing some money. You know, I'm stealing some good money. Let's see. We're here, 342 a week there. Chandrilla right now, I think, is my big one. Oh, no, 275. 443. So, say there's another. I've got a few things going on, but why in the world would my economy be as strong as it is without having the economic infrastructure that I would need with any other faction? Don't know. But it's doing well. This is 95%. I'm going to let this get done and have it join up here.
At your
Going to go
command.
ahead and try
Beginning
to build the station
construction.
again at Naboo. I've got Lando here on the ground. Help speed up the process, the construction.
Underway.
But as soon as I get this
Autopilot
fleet together,
imminent.
okay, well, how about that? I got there just in time because here's his ground forces where he was going to invade Naboo. Let's see, I've got a bunch of fighters. Might be a perfect setup, maybe perfect setup to knock out some valuable ground forces. But this is kind of cheap. As far as um,
Awaiting orders. I should be there any moment now.
uh, I wouldn't do this normally in a regular game that was not, well, in a game that wasn't on expert level where I wasn't feeling like I had to kind of take advantage of everything. Because a player would simply, as soon as the timer is up, retreat. A player is not going to stay here keeping ground forces in a space battle. Whenever you watch people do that and they take advantage. Now, if you have an interdictor, then yeah, you
There
use
they
that
are.
interdictor, but that's when it's supposed to come into play. And I can't see anything. But like I said though, I do that. I get silent here. It's like I focus too much. I'm not multitasking, I guess. I suffer from old brain, I guess. But the idea of taking advantage of the AI in a situation such as this, when any player would definitely just retreat their forces. This is, again, I don't feel bad about it only because of the expert difficulty. But if you have an interdictor, well, what else is here? Again, if you have an interdictor, then that's the way it would be. If you were up against a player, they wouldn't have the opportunity. So slaughtering ground forces in space with an interdictor, as far as I know, is perfectly acceptable.
We've got them on the run.
But I don't know. We'll see what all we took out there. Because there's no way. No, not in 1.2 seconds. No. It looked like parts were blowing off of him as he hyperspaced away. Okay, well, two B1 battle droids. Those are cheap. B2, okay. Tier 1 units. One Malcolm, one Trandoshan Hunter. That's cost some money anyway. Well, like I said, I am real happy that I did not wait for anything else to come to Malastар before I hit Naboo. I got it just in time. So, let's see. We're going to let this one get up here. Is there anything I'm really missing at the moment? Something I don't want to be forgetting. I'm wanting to make certain that I am building ground units. Uh,
Enlisting troops.
I don't know how good these are.
Enlisting.
Let's try them. What the heck? But Ormantel only goes up to Alliance headquarters, and we are upgrading to an Alliance headquarters right now. What about, let's get that up to, I want to go ahead and definitely increase
Constructing.
the base there. I am going, because he does have that ship trader here. Oh, gotta make sure I have something. Do I need to wait for that other ship to get here? Or is it already here? Oh, is that it? This ship got caught at Polar. Apparently, the Empire put something at Iridonia, so now he's had to back up and go take some long way around. I wanted to hit Idemore. I'm going to wait for that ship to get here, though, because I don't know what would be there. We have a Tier 2 station. And anyway, that'll be for another time then. Let's go ahead and get this going. See if we actually get this to Beston before anything else happens. And I just want to do a space battle here at Bakura.
Reporting.
Put her in it. Pathfinding and send it up there. And let's see about, let's try another. This ought to be, there's still plenty there, and who knows how much more they built over the time. So we could have a nice, exciting battle here at Bakura. Bakura, but I don't know.
Upgrade complete.
I wonder what the people, how the people from there pronounce it.
Tactical battle imminent.
That's what's important, right? All right, let's go. Knowing that there's plenty there, this time I'm not going to be parking there with minimal forces and then bringing stuff in later. As soon as I get in range of the station and get to firing, I'm going to be trying to set up a full line and get everything, bring everything to bear and have it all ready.
Are you alright? We lost contact with you for a moment. Inbound.
So hopefully won't be surprise overrun the way that I was the last time I tried this.
The enemy is approaching.
Master, I've accessed the ship's main computer.
Choose your reinforcements.
Oh,
Moving into position. Moving out. On my way. Right away.
let's get my ships that definitely launch a good number of fighters first.
Oh, we'll get there.
Want to have access to those fighters. I brought in the Liberator cruiser, which, by the way, would have been over there in the area to help out with Naboo, but I'd already brought it over here.
Moving out.
Okay, let's see how this goes first. Get everything in place and allow those fighters to be getting launched. I've got 20 points left. These are 4 apiece. It's 3.
Ziel auf 2-9. Losgesetzt. Ziel auf 2-9. Losgesetzt.
Okay, all my fighters are launched, hopefully. Let
Awaiting
me
your
go ahead and
orders.
go through my ordeal of trying to group them. Okay,
There's a
group
liberation here.
1. How am I going to go about doing this? What, these, how good are these? Oh, what the hell, they're grouped. I notice this is funny to me. I don't know how in the world to do this sometimes, trying to use this window and group them together. But if you ever have a single unit and you select it, bam, you're going to get the whole group, everything that was in that window.
Yes, sir.
When you hit Control A, of course, you've got this. But if I hit this, of course, I only get the X-Wings.
Cruiser ready.
I don't know, but let's see.
Ready to melt some snowflakes, sir.
Just some panic transmissions.
At your command. Armed and ready.
But hopefully I'll be able to wipe out enough of their fighters quickly enough this time that it won't be such an ordeal. To continue dealing with them. If I have enough of the fighters knocked out and they're not doing damage and more of my fighters freed up, then the idea being that that's going to end up helping me to withstand all the capital ships whenever because they're moving in, of course, more slowly. Some of these, like this little thing, has some firepower. It's fragile, but it's got firepower. So knocking things out like that, these little support ships make a lot bigger difference than people realize. They don't have a whole lot of hit points. You don't think about them being that much of a threat because of their low hit points and so on. But they're smaller, they're hard for the big guns to hit, and many of them, they'll pack a significant amount of firepower considering their small size and their small their build cap, or whatever you want, their population requirement in order to be able to be brought in. Now,
This is a liberation here. Target the engines, they're not going anywhere.
Haben wir Jägerunterstützung? Kreuzer bereit, Sir.
let's see what all.
Haben wir Jägerunterstützung? Sie sind in Sichtweite. Kreuzer bereit, Sir. Sie sind in Sichtweite.
Captain Eclipse.
Of course, Master.
Let's have all of those focus on that.
Cruiser online.
We'll go ahead, like this ship right here. This
Focus fire on their
little
torpedo.
thing right here actually has a lot of firepower. It seems to be kind of fragile. Yep, it is. But it packs a punch, and if you don't wipe it out, it'll get you.
Open fire.
Okay, I have one Corvette here that's really sucking wind. That's not what I sent out. The ship that I did send my Corvettes after is covered up right now, so I can't tell if I've killed it or not. I kind of feel like I'm going to withdraw them somewhat.
Ready.
I am
Yes, sir.
redoing my, oh wait,
Reporting in.
because I have lost
Reporting
some
in.
craft and some have been replaced. I'm redoing my fighters. Okay,
Ready to battle.
oh, Rebel 1 is taking some damage here. Got shields down anyway. Whatever that was.
We lost something.
We lost something.
Roger that. Moving out. Form up.
They're not hitting the target, it does not seem to me.
Standing by.
What do we got here?
Focusing fire on their shield generator.
We still haven't actually lost anything. We're still at 59 out of 60 population. But getting my Corvettes to fire at this doesn't seem to be doing any damage here. Let's send that group after them. And the Y-Wings, knock out that shield generator. Rebel 1's still holding out here. We have really dominated the fighter battle, do we? That's something that is going well for us anyway.
C-95 standing by. C-95, sure they can. Over. Send me on my way. I'll be right there. Waiting orders. On my way.
In fact, we've won the fighter battle to the point these Corvettes, got some of them that are damaged. I'm going to try to go ahead and get them out of here. Now, Rebel 1. Rebel 1 has absorbed enough damage. I'm going to try to get Rebel 1 out of here as well.
Reporting.
Can we get the engines here?
We're going after their engines.
Was the other Bakura class destroyer taken out, I assume?
Ready for the attack.
Or at least we can't see it.
Let's destroy those engines.
Contractor is overloading the scanners.
Liberation reporting.
There's something that's there. Something's in the fire, I guess.
Haben wir Jägerunterstützung? Ziel auf 2-9.
Get out of there. I guess that's the base. This one strayed too close to the base, I guess.
Kreuzer bereit, Sir. Kurs gesetzt. Ziel auf 2-9. Kurs gesetzt.
Well, let's go ahead and just send the fighters after this. Everybody dogpile on this thing. And then at that point, we should be kind of home free
Ziel auf 2-9.
with no real loss. I mean, I'm still at the 59 build cap. That would indicate to me I've not actually lost any ships. That were not free, you know, like fighters and free fighters and so on. I didn't even, I mean, they kind of got into trouble, but my Corvettes are even safe. But this is going to be a real major victory, and we had fun doing it.
Captain Eclipse.
I would think I had fun doing it. I don't know about you. It's like, but let's withdraw the fighters as well and get them out of range. Try to get everything out of range of the station. While I go ahead and kind of...
Can you take those generators offline?
Because that station is still really trying to get to my... keep her out of range. But we're going to put together an attack. Let her be planking away at it for a minute. That is a tier 3 station. Rebel 1. Okay, shields are coming back on Rebel 1 anyway. At least with his shields up. And, 1 point shy of being able to bring this in, because he's got some hard points. Now, of course, he should be. Yeah, he's repairing them on his own anyway.
Yes,
But
Commander.
Rebel 1 might
Moving to
actually
that
be
location.
able to come into play here.
Kreuzer bereit, Sir. Haben wir Jägerunterstützung?
Create this as a group. through, so they can be damage absorption. Team Bounty. That's the quicker picker-upper. Yeah, okay. But let's see. Plugging away. Go ahead and go a little faster here on this. We want some of these things to get in position. My real firepower is the Liberation. I mean, the Liberation has the serious firepower. Most of the rest of these are just damage absorption. But of course, I do have fighters that are going to be able to move in.
We're ready to rock.
Speaking of which, let me redo my fighters again.
Cruiser ready.
Just to be able to bring in any of the replacement units. And early in this series, I end up mentioning this, but whenever I send my fighters in, I don't want to send them in like straight after the station where they come in a straight line right in there. To me, they really seem to get torn up that way. I instead will fly them like to a point here to the side, and then once they get in close, and then I'll turn them in. They seem to, I could be crazy. Maybe it's just in my own head, but I really feel like they are actually getting there without losing as many units. It's just, and to me, it does make sense when you're flying straight in. You don't have the left to right or right to left movement to compensate for. When you fly straight at a gunner, the gunner doesn't have to adjust for much to be able to hit you. So, well, we're going to go ahead. We're 42 minutes into this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and get these guys in here.
Haben wir Jägerunterstützung? Sie sind in Sichtweite.
Liberation reporting. Let's disable their defenses. We'll get there, sir.
Well, I'm going to pull him up. I want him broadsiding.
Sir? Underway.
Rebel 1 reporting in.
Rebel 1, kind of in. Sorry, we'll bring Rebel 1
Target confirmed.
up somewhat.
No problem.
Does still have some functioning weapons. The station is badly damaged. Shouldn't last long. This is the Bakuran planetary defense. This is what creates those Bakuran destroyers with capital ships, which is this is a great resource. If you're playing the Black Sun, considering this location over here, you don't have the ability in this area, this localized area really, to build capital ships. So being able to build this here and put out those larger ships, it can be a real asset. By the way, I'm sitting here trying to think right now. I can't remember. I guess I can build it as the Alliance. If so, it would all the same thing would hold true for the Rebel Alliance from the start anyway. Whenever you start down there in the area around Hoth, and so you don't have any. There's nowhere to build capital shipyards or anything. If you can take Bakura, then you can build this. This is the closest. These are the biggest capital ships you could possibly build in the area. But look at what we did take out. Okay, freighter, that's money anyway. What did we collect? We collected over 1,000 in salvage. Nah, not as impressive as you'd want it to be. But these two destroyers, the planetary Corellian destroyer, we did some good work there. We have really brought some security to our area down here. But again, if I take Bakura, the question is, I don't really need it now, because I've already taken all these other areas and so on. I have other forces. But when you start out and you do not have Sullust or Ord Mantell, you just have this area here. Here, you're able to quickly move into Bespin. Again, I covered that early on. That's step one. Take Bespin. It's free. It's open. Just move a unit there and take it. And it seems to be secure. They're not going to attack you from here. But Bakura, I do think, starts out with a tier 2 station when it's controlled by the AI. don't think it's tier 2 when you start out as a player. But if you can take Bakura, if you could build that, you have no other way of building anything resembling a capital ship down in this area. So that would really increase your power base down here in the southwest. But now we're just past 45 minutes in, but we had a fun battle there. That was a good one. Came out smelling like a rose, but it was a tough battle. So everybody, have a good day, good night. Please do give me a thumbs up if you will. Subscribe. I could really use that. I want to see some kind of numbers. View, of course, if you're watching it, I love just seeing a view. But give me a thumbs up, and really, I would really appreciate any comments you have to offer. Other than that, do have a good evening, and see you. This has been episode 15, right? Yeah. I'll see you in episode 16. Bye now.